Hello and welcome to CSS. In this video, we're going to cover CSS Float. CSS Float, let me write it here. CSS Float property enables you to determine where to position an element relative to the other elements on the page. For example, if you take a look at here, we have a link here within a box. Okay, and the text is wrapped around this box. Okay, so we have a floating property of this box that enables it to be embedded within the text. So in order to have this kind of capability and flexibility when writing your code, you need to understand the input derived from the float property. So the CSS Float property enables you to determine where to position an element relative to the other elements on the page. You have an element of a box here with their hypertext link, and you have element of text T. So you need to understand how to place them close to each other or float against or on top of each other. When you use the float property, other elements will simply wrap around the element you applied the float to. Okay, so let's discover how to do that. In this example that you see here, we use the DIV property, the division property. But before I did that, I created a skeleton code here and I saved it as CSS Float Notepad. And I'm going to recreate this program step by step with you. So please have your notepad ready. Have the doc type HTML declaration on the top of your notepad. HTML tag, head tag, title tag, and head tag close. Within the body tag, you're going to write the following lines. Open up a division tag, DIV, okay, and use the style property to declare width is double colon 180 pixels. Okay, and we have a semicolon here, and then close the inverted commas. Okay, there we go, made a mistake right here. We close the inverted commas, and then we close the division tag. Okay, and open up another division tag here, div. Okay, div style is equal to float, okay, left semicolon minimum min height is 60 pixels. Notice the specific nature of this code here. You're not just determining the height, but the minimum height, 60 pixels, which means it allows to wrap. Minimum and maximum enable you to wrap depending on the size. It's like an open box that would change its shape to accommodate the contents. Okay, so minimum height is 60 pixels, semicolon, margin right. Okay, take a look at this, margin right. Okay, margin right double colon 10 pixels. Okay, now I understand that it's very hard to measure 60 pixels, 10 pixels. You just have to play with the pixel count and kind of eyeball it, and that really helps, because if you play with the numbers, you will see the degree to which the text shifts right, left, top, bottom, or any element that you're operating on with the use of pixels. You will be able to understand how and by how much they're moving. So play with these numbers and run this code again and again on your HTML output to be able to see how much you have moved an object with the 8 of pixels. That will give you a good idea what 10 pixel is, what 60 pixels is, 180 pixels is, and so on. Okay, so let's do the 10 pixel and semicolon, padding 5 pixels, semicolon, background color corn silk. That's an interesting color, right? So that's the same color as this guy here, corn silk. Okay, did I use the right spelling? I think so. Corn silk. Yes, it looks right. And semicolon, no worries, even if we have errors we can always get them fixed. Okay, corn silk. So, and what's next? Say href okay, what I want to do is the href that I want to use is the edupediaworld.com. okay, so it's very simple to get that. Let's get a hyperlink reference link. Open up the a tag, anchor tag, and within the anchor tag say href is equal to, okay, let me just open up the Edupedia world. Okay, and then I'm just going to copy and paste it. As soon as it plays up, I'm just going to paste it here. Okay, I'm just going to paste this guy right here, Control C. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this. And where's my notepad? Right here. HTTP, always write it like that. Control V. Okay, all right, it's already done for me. HTTP www.edupediaworld.com, and close the inverted commas, and you need to write the header for this anchor. Just say Edupedia World. Okay, that's it. I think that's good enough. Edupedia World, and then close the anchor tag. And after you close the anchor tag, you need to give it a line break. Okay, that's it. Okay, and just say edupediaworld.com, and okay, forget it, let's just add href is equal to edupediaworld.com, and after that I want you to close the division tag. Okay, remember, you cannot get out of the division tag without closing it, so close the division tag. We'll close the other one. Just before we close the other one, I want you to open up a paragraph tag. Feel free to check out the latest courses in this website. They also have a YouTube channel which is amazing. It offers a plethora of courses for learners of all levels. If you are looking for a quality course in technology, edupediaworld.com is a good place to investigate. Okay, period. And I want you to close the paragraph tag. Okay, close the paragraph tag and close the other division tag, div. Okay, I am not going to check the code. I'm just going to try to save and run it. Okay, just hang it there. Save as. I already have this file here. I'm going to save it. It's going to say, are you sure you want to save it? I say yes. And also want to save it as CSS. Oh, sorry, HTML file. We don't save it as CSS. We always save it as HTML. Remember, CSS declares how you want to represent your HTML code. Okay, so this is all about presentation. So what I'm going to do is go back to my folder here and double click on it. And okay, there's an error that I need to fix, and I need to find out how to fix this error. Let's go back to the page here. Okay, I fixed the code and seems like there was a minor syntax error. And what we wanted was this guy here. The box that I created with the dimension was not being displayed because I did not place the semicolon and the double colon. So that created a problem between, representing it like this. So I just went ahead and checked on each of the semicolon and double colon and the hyphens, and it double checked them again, all of them all over again. I just forgot exactly where they made the mistake, but it was the double colon and semicolon missing, which prevented the box from displaying. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save and try to run this file. There you go. Okay, notice the example that I used was different. It was all about HTML and different links, but I wanted to create something different for you, something that you can relate with. So if you click here, it will take you to the edupediaworld.com website, and then here the text is wrapped. It says feel free to check out the latest courses in this website. Okay, one thing that you can really appreciate that's going on here is the width of this box. Let me go ahead and display the other one. Okay, the width of this box here and the width of the previous box, the one with the HTML code. Notice that this is way more broader than the previous one. The reason being the minimum and the max height. Min height. Okay, so the minimum height is right here, and left, float left, and what else was there? There was the padding around it. But then you had a margin as well. You had a float left, which means place it to the left of the code. Minimum height is 60 pixels. At least make it 60 pixels high. Okay, and a right margin is 10 pixels. Okay, that's the right margin. And 5 pixels for the padding. There is a 5 pixel padding around here. This is the 10 pixel. Okay, margin between the text and this box that we created with the dimensions. And this guy here, the distance between world D and the underline under it, and the margin of the border is called padding. That's 5 pixels. Okay, background color is corn silk. Okay, the more you write here, the more it would stretch, because you have not defined the width of this shape here. You have only defined the height, which means that no matter what, the minimum height would be this. For example, if I had a lot more links here, okay, this box would stretch all the way till here. It would be all the way till here if I had a lot more to write. But if I had just one line to write, it would stretch at least till here, 60 pixels. Okay, I hope you understand the code and you're able to find out how to make a relative placement for two elements together in one HTML page. Alright, with that I am done with CSS Float. Up next is the last video for CSS, and it's called CSS Layers. Okay, coming up next is CSS Layers. Hang in there. See you very soon.